This is Chris Cash, straight out of Atlanta, Georgia. After battling through doubts and setbacks, Chris is now on a mission. In this interview, Chris reveals how he's building a career without waiting on anyone else, why his upcoming album, Pray For Me, will be his most personal yet, and why getting music into sync libraries is one of the hottest opportunities for independent artists today. Stick around because you don't want to miss. Basically, this is going to be like the third episode. Go ahead and let the people know. If nobody's heard of you before, nobody don't know who Chris Cash is, and they find this episode on YouTube, go ahead and let them know a little something about yourself. Let them know who you are, where you from, how you got into this whole music thing.
Yeah. So first of all, it's Cash, Chris Cash. Me in particular, I've been writing music. Yeah. I've been writing music all my life. All my life. Since I've been able to write and read, it's kind of been my thing. The way I express my anger, just express myself in general to myself. That's what it's always been. And so up until 2022, I just been writing music, hoping one day I'll get in a space where, I can afford these bills and also pursue this music stuff, because it's not cheap and it's not free. So, so God goes to glory for that. Because I never thought I'd get opportunity to actually make the music. I've always been writing it, and I don't know why I always had like a dark, ominous thought of my future. Like I never thought I would make it to 34 years old. You know what I'm saying? So all my life I just been writing music, thinking, I'm just writing music. It's never going to get anywhere, until God blessed me with a raise, and like I said, I was able to do both. And so now I'm finally releasing years of music. It's been great.
So a lot of this is like stuff you already had before. You already had a lot of this.
Yeah, years. Like literally all my life I've been writing music. Sometimes it's just a hook, sometimes it's verses, sometimes it's the whole song. But yeah, that's how I pass time, and that's where my mind wanders to. There's nothing to do, really. So
where'd you get the name Chris Cash? Where'd your name come from? Is it a story behind that?
Not really. Honestly, I just like the way it sounded since I was younger. Like back in the day, you know how we would make characters on Madden or WWE. So I needed a nickname, and that's what I ran with. And it's just been it's been my name ever since. Yeah. Family calls me that, friends call me that. It's
so you've been that since for years.
Years. Like I think like fifth grade is when I came up with it. It's been a long time in the making, everything really.
So when did you start taking it like more seriously? When did you kind of get into that mode of like, okay, now I'm finna start? Like you said, you got your raise, but what was like that
was it. That was the missing piece I needed. The raise, and then I discovered BeatStars, which gave me the opportunity to buy beats. Because usually I would just listen to SoundCloud or YouTube, and I would just write to those. And I discovered BeatStars, and it just opened up the world for me. So now I'm able to get beats. I'm able to get the licensings and those kind of things for the beats as well. And then I found DistroKid. Those were the two pieces I needed. I just needed beats, somewhere to distribute it, to get on all the platforms. And I got the content and material, like I said, years of just making music. So once I had those two pieces and the affordability of it, the sky's the limit there.
Let's get into the most recent project.
Yes, sir.
House Money. Fire. Like you said, you already said a minute ago, you dropped the video for Just For Me. So that's kind of like your leading single. How's that going?
Yeah, this will be the first official single. I chose that because I feel like it was the right time for it. It's a good, flirtatious, sexy kind of song. It's a good, fun song. So I want that to open things up. I feel like it's a song that a lot of people can relate to and vibe with. So that's why I went with that song in particular. If you look
it because even though it is kind of like you say, it's like you released it on Valentine's Day. So it's kind of like, got that element to it, but it's still upbeat and high tempo and good energy. And it you can bump that. Like you can ride around listening to it. It ain't like you know what I'm saying? So you got to listen to it with your girl. Like you can really ride around bumping. And most of the tracks on the album, on the project, in my perspective, has been like that. Just like good high energy, up tempo. Is that kind of like your style? Is that like something you kind of like?
I'm actually starting to learn my style. I know that sounds weird. I've been writing music all my life, but now that I'm actually putting projects together, because I'll just be making songs.
Yo, what's good? I'm 100 with 100 Jones Productions, and I really hope that you're enjoying this episode of the Support Independent Rappers podcast. Now, if you happen to be an independent rapper yourself and you in the market for some free beats, like who ain't looking for free beats, then you might want to check out my website, 100jones.com, where you can get access to my whole beat vault of free beats right now. You can download them. They all free beat downloads, and you can get access to them. All you got to do is enter your name, email, and we'll send them right over to you. So be sure to go to 100jones.com, check out those free beat downloads, and I'll see you back at the interview right now. Here we go.
With no like future of putting a project together. So now that I'm actually putting a project together and I'm starting to hear a sound develop, it just kind of like my personality. Like I'm serious at times, but I also know how to have fun and just be upbeat. Life has taught me a lot of ups and downs. And so we just riding the wave now.
So what was the process like putting together this project in particular, just the House Money? What was the process like from like now, like you said, you've been doing music your whole life. You got all of these songs or these ideas scattered around, and now you're like, okay, I need to put this together into like a thing. I don't know, this your first, you done a project prior to this?
Yeah, this is my second one. So let me talk about House Money first. House Money came out December 30th, which is my birthday, December 30th, 2024. So every birthday, I plan on doing a project, 12 songs, and releasing every year. But House Money, like I was saying, like I don't know why I have such a dark just thought on my future, but once I got to this age and this space in my life, I still feel like, I've been lived and died. This is my second life. This is a bonus life for me. You know what I'm saying? Like I didn't plan on making it this far.
Yeah.
So I got nothing to lose. And if you ever gamble with House Money, you got nothing to lose because it's not your money to lose. You know what I'm saying? So you could go crazy with it. So that's kind of the thought process behind where I'm at mentally in my life and also the meaning behind the project. The one prior to that, it came out December 30th, 2023, was Boss, Built on Self-Success. And that's kind of that same tone as well. Just, I'm built on my own. Yeah. I don't have a label. I don't have nobody supporting me financially or those kind of things. Everything you see is just me right now, at least.
So do you have like a favorite track on there so far?
I really love Giant. Giant is the first song on there.
Hey, yeah.
And
big honestly, energy, big. It feels big,
Yeah, I thought that was going to be the one, honestly, but kind of getting off the feel and energy of the people that have been listening to the project. Nobody's mentioning Giant. So when I was making it, I thought this would be the one. But, everybody has something different they like. But Giant personally is my favorite. I think my favorite on the project.
Why Giant though? What is it about Giant?
Giant, I feel like that really describes at least how I view myself. Like humbly, I'm not the same size as everybody else, I feel like.
True. Okay, so both physically and I'm guessing mentally.
Yes, right. So that's even when I move slightly, looks like I move with all my might. I just felt like that's me, you know what I'm saying? But I feel like it really, if I had to pick a song that like describe me or a song that if you want to get to know me, this is the song you will listen to kind of get like my mental state and just how I process things, the way I go about things. It'd probably be Giant and probably a few other ones, but definitely Giant.
And I could, when I listened to it, even when I was working on it, you can kind of tell like just the perspective of the song or even just the energy in the song. You can kind of feel like this is like a personal, it feels more personal. I can get what you mean, like the feeling, like it's high energy, it's good song, like good flow, good vibe. But it doesn't necessarily feel like the radio hit or like the hit song. It feels like
like there's that part,
one when you're ready to like tap in. I
think that's
like
what
when
it was
you try
missing.
like to go to the gym or when you like you know what I'm saying, about trying to get motivated about your life, your day, get your day started. Like, you know what I'm saying? It's like it's different in that element. But I do think it's one of the more powerful songs on the track.
Right. Yeah. That's a good way to describe it. It's just, like you said, it's that self-motivating song, against all odds. It doesn't matter what it's against you. When you feel yourself, when you feel confident, there's nothing no one can say to deter you or move you any other way. So, that's what I feel like, big fish, small pond, so
I really like the cover art. What you did with the cover art. The cover art was really dope. I think that was super
yeah,
creative. I think that
yeah.
was very good storytelling just in the cover itself, kind of like opened up a story gap to where you're like, okay, what is going on here? You kind of get
hmm
and it also is kind of showing you, okay, you're getting an inside peek of what's going on. Kind of tell them about the vision with the cover art.
Yeah, so it started with the title, and then you think like, okay, house money. How can I represent, my identity as an artist and also the project itself? And so house, and then I wish we could pop it up, but
I can pull it up.
each room is represented on
Uh,
as a song in there. So even with Just For Me, if you look at that room, it looks just like the music video shoot. And I didn't shoot that until what was it? Maybe like a week, 2 weeks before. I think it was about 2 weeks before Valentine's Day we shot it. So I've had the vision of where I'm going to shoot it at and how it's going to look for years. Like I was saying, each room represented it on there, 12 rooms from the basement to the attic. And it just really just came together on its own. I just thought house money. And then, like I
mhm.
said, Giant is the first song on there. If you look close up on the top of the album, you'll see a giant behind
Ah,
there.
I'm
So
gonna pull it up right now. Here we
that's
go.
how I think Giant is probably like the first song I made specifically for the album. I'm writing all my life, but Giant I had wrote recently, and I knew it was going to be the first song on the album. I knew it was going to be kind of like set the tone. That's why I put it as the first one on there. So yeah, so
So we
we
got
got
you.
the
This is
Giant.
the giant at the top.
Yeah,
So this is it like each song representing basically picture representing a song?
right. So let me see if I can zoom so I can see. I know the basement on the right side, that is Don't Come In Here. Tunnel
Okay,
Vision is the one to the left of that. He's digging a
got you.
tunnel. And then right above Tunnel Vision, we got, looks like, let me zoom in. I can't zoom in no more. But looks like we got Now or Never.
Mm,
Okay, yeah.
yeah.
We got More Shots in the middle to the right with everybody drinking.
Okay, fire.
We
Okay,
got 24 hours, walk with me for 24 hours. So that's what
got
that
you.
one to the right of that represents.
I like that right
And
there.
then
Let me pull it.
I think Now or Never is the Army one. And then How Can I
Okay.
Not is to the right of that one. And then Just For Me is the red one. If you watch the video,
It
it looks
does. It
just
looks just
it
like
looks
that.
just like it, yeah. So
That's fire.
yeah. And then we have what's it? I think Now or Never. And then we got Come With Me in that top attic. And then we got Can I in the right attic.
Okay.
Can I show you the world? And then that's me and her looking out into the world. I'm going to show her. So that's
Come with me, baby. Yeah,
yeah.
that's my shit.
So
Yeah, that shit's vibey, man.
yeah. I like Come With Me, like I said. Well, I don't know if we did it on the interview, but I'm planning on doing that for 420. It's kind of like that high song, high vibe to it. So I plan on doing a video for that on 420. And then I want to say two more videos, but we'll see what the money's looking like when that time comes.
So speaking of that, what's been the like strategy behind like marketing the project and getting the project out and making sure people are hearing about it? What's your plans or how
Yeah.
you?
So like I was saying, like it's just me. I don't have no label, no nothing. So I am just now about to get to marketing and all that kind of stuff. I wanted to at least get some visual content for the album first. So that's why the Just For Me video was there. And then I'm actually about to reach out to a few like hip hop blogs to see if I can get some articles written
Mhm.
about everything I've done and things that have coming up next. And then I also want to look into ads on probably like Google. Instagram got my account restricted, so I can't run ads on there. I'm
Oh,
still waiting on
damn.
Instagram to reply back to me so we get this worked out. But that's a huge part of what I did with Boss, at least in the beginning, because I had my account wasn't restricted back then, but somewhere along the lines in between that album and
Have
it
you
happened.
tried, have you used Facebook ads, like the actual business manager account?
Yeah, I've played with it, but I need to do some more research to get a better understanding of what I'm doing.
Oh
I had
yeah,
no
bro.
idea what
Bro,
I
I
was
could
doing.
I
I
could
looked at
put you
it.
on, bro. Yeah, bro. I'm actually running ads for this venue that I'm in right now. And I'm helping them. And bro, I'm running like $5 a A, bro. I'm getting link clicks for like $3, 3 cents. For
Hmm.
like 3 cents. It's like 28 cents to get them like to click a link or whatever. And
Uh,
she got an $1,800 offer. So one person ends up buying, you know what I'm saying? So that's like it's not hard. It is a little confusing when you just looking at it, but once you kind of
yeah.
understand it, it's really simple. It's really simple. I could put you on game.
Okay, bad. Yeah, I appreciate it. But yeah, that's marketing is a whole nother animal
Hmm.
that I have no experience in.
Yeah. I
And
tell people
so
all the
I'm
time, like, it's once you figure out the whole process of like, okay, I know how to make an album, I know how to pick a beat, I know how to record, I know how to
right, cover
write, I
art,
know how to do the cut, you're
perform.
right, I'm doing all,
Yeah.
then it's like, dang, you realize that's only like 20% of like
Yeah.
the whole big
Yeah.
picture of
Yeah.
it.
For real. Yeah. You gotta let people know. We all got lives. We're all busy. You gotta remind people,
Mm,
but you don't want to be overbearing. But at the same time, you want to target the right audience and you want to pick the right time to do it. And it has to be this, that. And so there's a lot to it.
I think one of the biggest takeaways I recently got from like social media is like, okay, so like you said, you don't want to be overbearing, but what does that really mean? Because people will sit down and if they had the time of day, they binge watch Netflix all day. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? So it's not overbearing then. So I think it's just the quality of the content is really what it is. Like because you'll kind of get an understanding of like, okay, people really just want to be entertained to a high degree. Like they just because they got so many
Right.
options with everything, they just want to be entertained to a high degree. So as long as your
Hmm.
quality of content, that doesn't really mean like expensive or like you spending a bunch of money or anything. Just as long as the quality of the content is really good. And what I found works best, all the best, most high production media companies in the world are all focused on storytelling because they found out it's like the first of all, like it's you're always being told a story at some point in the day. You're either daydreaming about some stories or you're watching
Yeah,
something on Instagram that's got some story element to it and
that's
you're
true.
watching people on a journey.
Yeah, I say the same
So
thing.
yeah. So like if you can find a way to tell stories in your content, you could, you know what I'm saying? You can keep people attention a lot longer. And it doesn't have to be like, hey, listen to my music, listen to my music, listen to my music. You know what I'm saying? You can incorporate other things like you doing a house tour is basically like a story of a bigger story, which is like your journey. You know what
Hmm.
I'm saying? So like just breaking down your path of like, hey, I'm here and I'm trying to get to here. Everybody knows that. So they know like whenever they discover you, you're already like on a journey. Just like if you watch a
Right,
movie, it don't start at the day they were born. You know what I'm saying?
right.
It
Yeah,
starts
that's
like
true.
right at the time where they're like on this about to go on this journey.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So like when people find you on social media, they're entering you already on that path. So you just gotta make sure they can see the story. You just want to walk them through it as you're going through it.
Yeah, that's a good point. Yeah.
So that's if anything I took away, so storytelling is key. This is like they got whole frameworks for it, but anyway, like the movies, this is like how they do it. Like they get you
Yeah.
involved on a character's journey. They call it the
Yeah.
hero's journey, and you
Right.
go through that process.
Yeah. That's yeah, you're right. Storytelling is the fundament of entertainment, really. Think even
Yep,
back in the day, that's all we had before
that's
we had this
all we have.
technology. We just had, folklores and stories and things we went through, we didn't told other people, and that's what we had. So that's really the foundation of entertainment,
So
passing the
yeah.
time by. Yeah.
At its core. And like I say, it doesn't always have to be like, hey, I'm about to tell you a story. Like, it doesn't have to, that's a good way. Like that's one of the best ways to do it. But another way could be, like you say, in your cover art. And then like we doing now, you could just get on there and talk about, hey, this is what was going on. This is the idea behind this cover art. Or even just like documenting the process. Like, hey, I had to
Hmm.
send this idea. I drew this, then I sent it over to him. You know what I'm saying? All of that storytelling. You know what I'm saying? Just
Hmm.
so that way, like you say, you're not force feeding people, go listen to my music, go listen to my music, go listen to my music, but
Right.
you're keeping them entertained enough to where it's like they want to see what's happening next. They want to see what's the next movie. They want to see what the next thing, what's the next problem that you got to solve, and all of this stuff. You get to that point and you can make content all day, every day. So that's where I'm at right now. So what have you found so far to like be the hardest part about all of this? So
The hardest part of the whole picture, I might say the marketing part.
just figuring out that
It's just,
marketing.
yeah, I mean, like I said, I didn't think I'd ever get this far. So, the whole marketing thing is a whole foreign thing to me. I'm not someone that even looks for attention. I know that sounds crazy that I make music, but
No, that's normal.
I'm
You're
an
an artist.
introvert. I like to stay to myself, but at the same time, I just love making music. So I'm just going through the process of what I've always known what it looks like. You make music, you get your cover arts, you do shows, performances. I always knew there was something behind the marketing and that kind of stuff, but I always figured it would take care of itself somehow, some way. But now that I'm here making the music, I feel like now that I made it, I feel like I owe it to myself to now promote it and get it out there and that kind of stuff. So
Yeah.
it's really just the whole process. Even the things that I didn't think I would like doing, I actually enjoy doing.
Like
But I
what?
would say the marketing, I say to myself, I'm an introvert. So the whole networking thing, I thought I would hate it, but it's been pretty enjoyable for the most part. I met a lot of good people, met a lot of bad people, but it's good to see people that are on the same path as you in their frame of what they do. Maybe it's a beat maker or a model or a cover art designer, but we're all trying to make this, what we do all the time, 24/7. So I like to come to people that have the same drive and work ethic and desire and love for what they do. That was one that I thought I was going to hate, but like I said, I've really enjoyed it.
No, that's dope, bro. That's
Hmm.
that's that's powerful. Like once you kind of get into it and you got to the point, like you say, where you can create this art, and now it's like, dang, I gotta figure out how to get it in front of me, how to show people now.
Right.
And
Yeah.
it's like going through that whole price, a whole nother journey, whole nother little thing
Yeah.
on its
Yeah.
own, and just going through that. And I love that you finding elements in that you actually enjoy outside of, like you say, the most of us is introverts, bro. I'm telling you. Even if you dig into it and you go study people like the Rihannas, the Kanye's even, or like, the
Really,
Jay-Z's,
Kanye?
Beyonce's, really Kanye. Like if you watch
Wow.
him, he was like he wanted to be like a behind the scenes person at first. If you look at his career and everything, like he talked
Mm,
about it like first, but then he got the bug. He got bit the apple. You know what
mm.
I'm
I won't be, trust me.
saying? But like even Rihanna says how she still gets like panic attacks when she knows she's gonna be in front of like big crowds and shit like that. I think though here's what I learned, and this is even from like I figured it out when I was doing sales for ADT as a for the security company we was doing sales, and then
Mm,
what I found out I did it kind of just for the job to get the experience of sales or whatever, but what I found out was like dang, like a lot of these people actually need this stuff. Like a lot of these people actually
yeah,
need help. They need
yeah,
security. And
yeah.
once I had that feeling, like my drive to actually want to help them, like once I realized that would like increase. So I found that kind of happened too. Like once I kind of got good at my music, once I got to a point where I was like,
Mhm,
okay, my beats sound good, but now I need to figure out how to get it in front of people.
mhm.
And it was just like I had this thing that I knew it could help people. Like I knew it was rappers who needed beats like this. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
So
yeah,
that kind of drove me to want to make sure people are getting out of it. And so that's what I think it is. Like once you got like an offer or something that you need to put in front of the world, people will you'll have that drive to want to kind of figure out how to start showing people. Until then, it's like
that's
just
true.
extra work.
That's what happened. Yeah, that's exactly what happened. Because my real plan was just release music and just, what happens, happens. But then I'm just listening to it. I'm like, this deserves to be out there.
It deserves to be heard, right?
So I'm
Like people
like,
need to
dang, now
hear
I gotta do
this.
this now.
Yeah. And
So that's how that really came about.
because I've been studying it for like 4 or 5 years now on the
Hmm.
marketing side. And I think like it's kind of like walking into a new school kind of it's like you go there and you don't know nobody, so it's like none of this shit make no sense. None of this looks
Hmm.
familiar. I don't know nothing about what y'all talking in different languages. I'm from
Right.
East Coast, y'all talking this Cali sway or whatever. It kind of feels like that when you get into it because it's like it's so new. But as you kind of just like stick in it, you just get more comfortable with it. It all start making sense eventually.
Hmm.
It
Yeah.
is a lot though.
Yeah.
It is a lot. So given all of that, like what would you say if you could talk to yourself, let's say when you were first like, okay, I got some money, I think I want to start
Mhm.
doing this music stuff, I want to start putting out stuff. What's some advice that you would go back and tell yourself now, like that you know now, like what would you tell yourself like that then?
Back then, it's only 2 years ago. I only started 2 years ago.
You learned some stuff. You learned some stuff.
I'm trying to think I mean, I feel like I had to do those things to learn not to do those things. So it's not like I had to anything I would tell myself not to do. I feel like I've had to do those things, honestly. I'm trying to think what I would change though.
It change or improve or even like make sure you do
Oh,
this.
honestly,
Whatever
oh,
you
I
did,
know, I
make
know,
sure
I know the
you
perfect
know what I'm
one.
saying?
I know the perfect one 'cause I'm still mad about it, and I'm always gonna be mad about it. But I rushed House Money for sure. I
Yeah.
recorded it in I think 3 weeks, and shoot, I can't. Hey, bro, I need your
Yeah,
help.
yeah, yeah, yeah.
I need this
I
mix and
think we had
mastered
about three
as
weeks.
soon as possible.
Yeah.
Um, and so that because I waited to the end of the year to do it. Like I said, my whole plan is to do one every birthday, 12/30. And so I'm getting a head start on this year. We're in February. I've been working on it. So, um, but anyways, but yeah, definitely that. And I did kind of rush the first one a little bit, but I worked on it a lot more than I did House Money for sure.
Yeah.
So I would tell myself, hey, start now. Don't wait
Yeah.
until. And then I just kept putting it off with just having fun and going on trips and those kind of things. But that's another story for another. That's another story. So.
That's good you said that though, because that's actually like so the course that I just put into my community is called Rapper Secrets, but that's literally what it is. It's like the first half of it, the pre-production part is like, okay, let's plan it out. And one of the things that I just added in was like put a deadline. Because once you
Mhm.
have a deadline, it kind of just helps you kind of move a little quicker, I guess.
Yeah,
Because we'll
yeah.
procrastinate. It's just normal. It's normal. It's just how we operate. Like we will procrastinate if we give ourselves the time to. So like trying to use
Gotcha.
that to
Yeah.
your advantage and just like use that as a
That's
tool
what
almost.
happened.
You know?
That's what
And
happened.
but yeah, that's like one of the things I walked through that whole process. That way, for one, like you say, like boom, I know, okay, I need to set a deadline, I need to strategize, I need to plan this, I need to go ahead and set up what studio I'm recording, I need to go ahead and find my beats, you know what I'm
Yeah,
saying? All of this stuff
yeah.
that you
Get my
just
track list
forget.
together.
Oh
Yeah,
my God.
yeah.
Uh, so I did
All
that for
that.
one, and then two is like I said, it's walking you through that whole process from like planning it out to like what to do while you're in the studio. It's not so much teaching you how to rap or how to do nothing like that. It's like, hey, don't forget to do this. Don't forget to bring your
Hmm.
hard drive. Don't forget
Right.
to
Yeah.
make sure you know what I'm saying you practice your verses a little bit, or that you get a
Yeah.
relationship
Yeah.
with your
Especially that.
engineer
Yeah.
so
Yeah.
that y'all can speak the same language. You know what I'm saying in the
Hmm.
studio. When you say echo, he know you mean delay.
Right. Right. Yeah. Especially that. That's me for sure. I don't know what I'm talking about in there. Calling anything, anything. But yeah, you're right on it. You're dead on it. Yep.
Yeah. And then I also kind of go over like that marketing process. So that's kind of like my content this year is all going to be that because I realized that's like a thing. Just like, what's that process even look like? Like we all know is like, yeah, record the song, put the song out, shoot the video, do the cover art. Like, but it's like, what's that process actually look like?
Hmm.
You know what I'm saying? So
Right.
I really
Yep.
want to help artists out with that. So that's good. Though. I'm glad you brought that up because that lets me know like people need that.
Yeah, for sure. Anybody that's doing it by themselves, yeah.
So what you got planned next? What's the next move? So you starting it's 2025 now, we in February.
Yes, sir.
What's
Um,
the what's the next move?
so I'm still trying to do the videos for Come With Me, and I want to do one for More Shots. Shout out to you for that beat.
Let's go.
And what was the other one? I'm torn between Now or Never or Tunnel Vision. I feel like they're kind of on that same par as like material and content of what they are. And so I don't want to put a video out for both of them. I just want to choose one or the other or something. Still trying to decide which one that's going to be. And then
You
from
could do
there,
a a real music video for one, whichever one you decide, and then do like, like Trillers or like the little home time, quick video for the other one.
Yeah, I
Something a little more
could.
low budget.
Yeah, I just wanted to stop really at 4 videos because that would be just for me, come with me, more shots, and then one of those two. And
Yeah.
then I want to start focus on the next project. I still got to get the beats for that next project. I still got to plan out. I know what 75% of the cover art's gonna look like for that.
Okay.
I still got to figure out what I want the other part to look like. But
Good.
it's the track list is there. I still got to purchase the beats. Songs are written. I want to get some features. Like I said, I rushed house money. That's why I didn't have any features on it.
Yeah.
I couldn't give anyone enough time to even get a verse in and all that. So I couldn't wait on nobody because I wasted so much time. So the album is written and is ready to go. Like if I had recorded today, if he left me in the studio for 24 hours and I recorded, it would be done. I want to get features. So I do have the hooks and verses written the whole way through, just me. But I want to give people opportunity to work with me and get some verses in, hopefully in a couple songs. So
if somebody want to work with you, how can they contact you? Anybody?
Anywhere. Instagram, I am Chris Cash. Twitter, I am Chris Cash. I got a website, guess what? I am Chris Cash.
Yeah, I just saw it today. It's nice. It's dope.
Yeah, I'm pretty easy to reach. I'm everywhere, I think, pretty much.
Okay. Y'all know where to find them. I am Chris Cash.
Yeah.
So what's like I know you kind of had up till recently, like you said, you've been having like a kind of darker vision of like the future. You kind of reaching into like this second half of life that you really didn't like kind of plan too much.
Yeah.
To kind of know exactly how it go with the music and everything. What's like the next few years looking like now that you kind of in this next phase?
I'm really starting to focus, like music is starting to become more and more like of my life now. It's starting to become like, because I'm here now, I feel like, and I'm doing it, I feel like it's more of what I think about. So
I love that.
I know I said I want to do one project a year, but I'm leaning towards 2 or 3. I have enough material for it. It's just the funding. Like I said, none of this is cheap. That's the only thing that should really hold me back.
Hey man, we can talk more about that later. We can talk more about that later.
Yeah, I got about I don't even know the number, but there's a lot of songs I'm ready to let go. Yeah, Pray for Me is the next album, my birthday album. That's definitely the title for it.
Pray for Me. I like that. I like that.
Yeah, it's going to be it's a little bit more personal, a little bit more darker, but I got a song on there called Myself. It's going to be the first song on there. It's kind of like my favorite song again. Same thing with Giant. But it's really kind of the same thing like Giant. It's my favorite song on there, but it's not really like a radio song either. I plan on releasing a lot more music for sure.
Yeah. Okay.
I just
So
did
would you say that's
Saturday.
like okay, how's that? What's that been like? What's that?
That was the first show I did since I want to say 2023. Like I said, 2024, I was just living life. Not focused on music and a whole lot of other things I shouldn't have been focused on. But I just going with the flow at this point. Performing was great though. Saturday, I performed over in Decatur, East Atlanta. I'm waiting on the footage. I should have had the footage recording I think I said about a week and a half from Saturday. So, but I had fun. I did Just for Me. Everyone that was there, I felt like they enjoyed themselves there. That was my first time performing that song. Shout out to you again, getting it just in time. I know I'm always late with my requests.
Hey man, look, that's the life that's just how we do it in this world.
Because I had seen the promoter, promoting, and I was like, okay, I think I can do this. Luckily, it came all together. He was able to work with me and get me exactly what I needed without me having to be detailed about it. Yeah. So that performance went well. I'm just waiting.
I sent 2 versions. I sent one with the hook and one with. Which one did you end up using?
The one with the hook.
Okay. I kind of figured you need that that during that moment. You really want to focus on those places.
It helped me because it's different from recording in the booth. When you actually performing and you
jump in,
yeah, you're doing all that. It's what I'm saying, and as a smoker, it's a lot.
You gotta breathe. So, you like, I gotta catch one.
But even though, like, usually when I record, I try to like do it all, like the whole verse, just in one breath, if I can. I try not to punch in. I really try not to, just so I can get used to having to breathe and rap at the same time. Even on that point, like I even focus on my cardio more when I go to the gym for that reason alone. So it's like I was saying, music is starting to take more and more of my life now. Seeing
Yeah.
little things like that. Yeah, just waiting on that footage from performance, and then that'll be up on IamChrisCash.com soon. So
Yeah, that's fire, bro. That's fire, bro. I love that. You kind of you're stepping into the that artist journey. Like I said, it's really a
yeah,
hero's journey. It really is just
yeah,
like a movie, and
hmm
you're kind of going through the part. And then if you look at a movie, like we want our movie to look like win, win,
yeah,
win, win,
yeah,
win, but that'd be a boring ass movie. You
yeah,
know what I'm
yeah.
saying? So like every journey's gonna have those pits and those
Right.
downhills, and it's like how he's gonna get past this next thing. So I'm glad you're like going through it and you're enjoying the
hmm
process,
I am. Yeah, it's been
figuring
a
it
lot more
out.
fun than I thought it would be, honestly.
Yeah, you seem like a competitive person, so it seems like that's definitely a
That's
competitive.
yeah, and that's also why I feel like I gotta advertise and get it out there. Like
Yeah.
when I listen to the radio, I'm like, okay, I don't hate on nobody, but if that's what's on the radio, I could do
Hmm.
that. You know what I'm saying? I've done
Exactly.
that. I got songs that could be
Yeah.
there. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? I hear songs in movies. I'm like, okay, I mean, it fits, but I got a song that fits a little bit better than this. But that's just me, but that's why I gotta get it out there. So,
We definitely need to talk on that. If you're talking about some sync licensing and like getting on shows and stuff, like I done figured out
mm,
the process. I just want to start creating more music in that lane, you know what I'm saying?
mm,
Because I think that's a wide open lane, especially for hip hop right now. I be seeing
right,
rap songs on
right,
all the commercials,
yeah,
all the things. Like I was like, they putting Kendrick on Super Bowl commercials
yeah,
now. I'm like,
yeah.
what the fuck? So yeah, it's crazy times for to be an artist right now with that
Yeah, for
opportunities.
sure.
So we're gonna go ahead and close it out. I'm gonna hit you up before we go with some quick fire questions though, just to see
Okay.
where your head at. So if you could collab with any artist right now, who would it be?
Right now, I feel like I got to collab with like people that I grew up kind of listening to. I feel like I listen to everybody, but I did favor people like shoot, T.I., Ludacris, 50 Cent before they get like too old and don't want to rap no more. I
Yeah,
feel like they probably at that age and at that point in their career, but I feel like I got to sneak one in before they really call it quits.
man, you and Luda would make a crazy song, bro.
I
You and
feel like it.
Luda
I feel like it.
go crazy, bro.
Yeah, I feel like he probably, yeah,
And he
definitely
probably be
would.
willing to, especially with you in Atlanta. You from Atlanta originally?
I was conceived in Atlanta, but I was actually born in Pittsburgh. It's a weird story, but yeah,
Okay.
I was actually
Okay.
born in Pittsburgh. Yeah.
Okay. So next question. What's like your one thing you can't go to the studio without? When you hit the studio, what's one thing that you gotta
I gotta have some water or something to drink.
have?
Um, yeah, because I get cotton mouth and I definitely need some water, something to drink, Gatorade, something. I won't set foot in there without it.
Gotta have it. I be telling people. I used to when I had my studio early days. I used to sell drinks because I knew.
Yeah,
I used to
yeah,
have the snacks, drinks,
yeah.
everything.
Yeah, they sell water there, but I bring it just in case they ever run out. But
Yeah,
I
got
need
to.
to have it. I need to have it.
What's the best game that you've gotten from another artist or like a mentor, just in life period?
Period. I would say my grandma, she told me, I'm paraphrasing, but she told me something along the lines of, if you really trust God, you should never worry. Whatever situation you're in, eventually he's going to work it out. You're going through it for a reason. You just have to have faith in him, really. And that really opened up my mind to just really just letting him just take control of everything, really. I
Mm.
might not know how I might eat or where I'm sleep at sometimes in life, but I didn't. I worry about it, of course, but at the same time, like I also put it in his hands and trust that it's going to work out, and it has. So I would say I've always known that, but the way she described it to me really hit home. And sometimes it's not what you're saying, but how you're saying it. I would say that definitely that.
Wow, shout out to grandma, bro, with the
Right.
gems. Dropping gems. And just last thing, if you could give advice, because this is support independent rappers podcast, if you could give advice to any upcoming artist that's kind of like at the stage you're at or kind of starting out, like you were 2 years ago, what's some advice you could give any independent upcoming artists?
I would say do it now and keep going. Whatever you're doing, do it now, keep going. Whether you're making beats, you're rapping, singing, dancing, modeling, don't hesitate. Tomorrow is not promised. Just do it now and keep going. Keep doing it.
Man, I love that, bro. Man, look, Chris Cash, y'all. I
Yeah.
appreciate you for coming on, bro. I
Hey, I
don't know if you know,
appreciate you for
but
having me.
we live on Twitch, so shout out to the chat.
What up? What up?
But yeah, man, I really appreciate your time coming on to the podcast. Let the people know where they can find you. It's pretty simple. Let them know what it is.
Instagram, I am Chris Cash. Twitter, I am Chris Cash. I am ChrisCash.com. YouTube, I am Chris Cash. That's where all the music videos are. East Atlanta, what's happening? East Pittsburgh, what's good with you?
All right, man. Look, y'all give it up for my boy Chris Cash coming through. Support Independent
Appreciate you for
Rappers
having me.
Podcast. Again, if y'all want to be part of the community, you can go to independentrappers.com. You can be part of the community. If you want to get interviewed, you can also sign up from there. Yeah, man, I appreciate y'all having me. Thank y'all for tuning in. We'll see y'all at the next one, bro. Thank you. We out, man.
Peace.